now because we're going to talk about Soul Calibur.
Well, you know what, Jay? You stop talking. I would. Okay, we can talk about Soul Calibur. That's fine.
So Exander, pretty well known when it comes to a lot of the online and offline stuff that we've seen within the past year or two. And Accolyte, I can't say I remember this name. Is this somebody that I should know? Oh.
Not so much, but I do want to give a big shout out of Exander's top 8 placing at WSOE this past weekend. So, congratulations on that, Maryland. Let's go. Even though I'm not Maryland, I am honorary, but that's a nice rising A. Gonna be a lot of damage into Oki.
Wow, that block. That was hilarious. Ooh. Yeah, I would assume, I don't know if Exander's the kind of Cervantes to utilize a lot of the off-the-wall kind of stuff, but whenever I fight against a Cervantes player, that tends to be what they do on this stage specifically, and I have a real tough time dealing with it. I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do. It really looks like Accolyte got a lot of mileage out of pressing a lot of buttons and utilizing his stage positioning against Exander, but it just simply wasn't enough.
Yeah, you can say that both characters can take advantage of walls. This is a particularly terrifying stage for fighting against either character, but I would probably give the edge to Cervantes just because of the access to Unbreakable Throw and being able to do that Dreadstorm, putting his foot on the wall and getting long-range mix-ups essentially from it. Terrifying stage to play Serbi again. But Accolyte doesn't seem discouraged. It's a great setup, but RI cancels that mix-up situation.
Man, Exander's having a real tough time understanding when he's supposed to be pressing buttons. This is, pretty much the number one thing you don't want to do against Raph, like pressure and stuff like that, is highs. Kind of, even if you tried to jam a 3B in that situation, it would have been a lot better.
Yeah, it can definitely blow you up for doing highs. I love the chase that Accolyte did. Exander tried to, go do the off-the-wall stance, but Accolyte managed to land a 6-6B right before that happened. That would have probably changed the pace of the game. But speaking of changing the pace of the game, Exander gets a big wall combo into the guaranteed death. No need for a setup there. Just go for the kill. That's 2 rounds on Exander.
Intentional reset when he did like the air combo into, what was that, like full crouch 3A to go into, like, if he stands up then you get the unbreakable grab. Like, that was, I'm gonna give it a 60% chance that was a mistake, but a good one. Nice improv from Exander. I guess the chat can tell me if I'm wrong or not. Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's really important to make sure that in, especially against Cervantes and Soul Charge, you really don't want to be whiffing too heavily. You definitely have to have a little bit more of a conservative style of play, and it seems like Exander is picking up on the fact that Accolyte, like a lot of Raphael players, will tend to try and pressure with 6BB as much as they can, which can, depending on the stage positioning, is fine. It was working well for him in the first 2 rounds, wasn't really working out by the end because Exander had a lot more room to go, kind of like what he's going to be dealing with this stage.
Yeah, take advantage of the flaws in Accolyte's plan. Accolyte getting the hell off of that stage. I like the idea. Maybe this will shift things more into his favor. We'll have to see in this game too. And we'll have to see if he makes the adjustments like you say, Jay. Just kind of like minimize like the 6B pressure. Try to get around Exander's willingness to use those tech crotch moves. Try to get around the linear options that Raphael has.
Or he could potentially go an even different route with Raphael and just like ratchet up the heavy offense, because obviously going up against Cervantes when it comes to neutral damage, it's going to be a little bit tough. It's also going to be kind of tough if you let Cervantes go without getting punished in a lot of these like -14, -12 scenarios. I mean, one of Raphael's biggest bumps is the fact that his block punishment is going to be miles and miles better than Cervantes. Oh boy.
Bet it all on that quick parade and into the prep BB. Accolyte, skin of his teeth, managed to scrape that round 1 against Exander.
Yeah, Exander had the possibility. It looks like he got a little bit spooked as to the reversal edge that Raphael was putting out. I mean, I know that it's kind of crazy how he can cancel it and the speed at which he does it, but still, it's more than possible to kind of try and get away from that situation.
There's something he said where if your offense doesn't work the first time, just do more of it and see what happens.
First, you don't succeed, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna go off the wall now. Yeah. Oh, nice kick! I didn't even think that was possible. Is that a ring out? It is. All right, so 1-on-1, but Exander yet again is dealing with a guard crush. This is like the most guard pressure I've ever seen Exander have to handle. Ooh, nice
Perhaps
shot.
he should do more evasive maneuvers, just like that rising A, maybe some GIs or even an RE. They are
definitely
risk
feel like-
minimized.
Yeah, I definitely feel like a lot more of sidesteps slash ducking to try and confirm when, because so a lot of what you're seeing a Raphael player do when it comes to overall pressure is going to involve a lot of highs, and if you just kind of let that kind of thing happen, then it seems like it's an unstoppable force, and you're going to get Grar crushed 3 times a game, right? But if you end up ducking, especially with a character like Cervantes that has amazing wall rising moves, you're going to be able to curb a lot of that pressure a lot better. Now, unfortunately, Exander's also having trouble with just backstepping away from 6-6B or whatever, and that's one of the other things that's catching him a lot.
But yeah, you called it, and that rising A is he's getting a lot of mileage off that. So much damage and tech crouching, a lot of Acolyte's tools on this Raphael. But both characters in Soul Charge, Acolyte kind of has the upper hand here. But man, Exander's went for the 3B. Acolyte.
I mean, you might as well, right? Because the last time we went for a 3B, it didn't get punished. So, yeah, unfortunately, the lack of block punishment is going to kind of give Exander